Okay, just looking at some of the posts that have been posted onto NoProCho USA, and well, there's quite a few good things here that have been posted. Actually, there's a slide presentation from Victor Hunter, which is quite good. You need to look at that. It's from Connor David Purcell. Do you remember? Do you remember Connor David Purcell during the red shirt protest? He was jailed on the pretext that he had violated the emergency rule, and he was kept in prison for about 3 months in appalling conditions. And eventually, no thanks to the Australian embassy and the useless Australian ambassador, he managed to get out, and he managed to get a ticket thanks to Thai people helping him out. And now he's done a presentation, and I'm going to look at that now. I've clicked on that link, which has appeared on NoProCho. It's in C-Box 1 and C-Box 2. It's Victory Hunter, I think it is. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at that. He says Thai people need leaders of international community to voice our shared human principles. Yeah, I agree. I think that the international community should get involved. The government, if you want to call it that, has continued a cruel regime of censorship, persecution, disinformation, arbitrary arrests, imprisonment and murder against peaceful political opponents. It's true. And of course, lèse majesté law has been at the vanguard of that attack against freedom of speech and freedom of association. It mentions the UN Congress Basic Principles on the Use of Force and Firearms. Abbasid's murderous regime has violated all those principles. Using snipers against civilians is not part of that agreement. It's illegal, and it's a war crime. It's genocide, and I certainly hope that Robert Anderson will take this to the International Criminal Court, and I hope that Abbasid is prosecuted, because we all saw him appearing on television, demanding respect, threatening people with using force, and making it clear that he had authority. We all remember those images. That's what prompted Thaksin Shinawatra to say that Abbasid is actually mentally ill. Those images are still fresh on our minds. Even though a year has passed, we can still remember. There's a photograph here of David Connor Purcell. Yeah, he's looking okay now. He was looking awful when he was in prison. Of course you do, don't you, when you're in prison? It says here, there's a picture here. It says this female demonstrator was holding a picture of the Thai king when presented by the Cress. The Thai civil court did not enact a court order to evict the peaceful protester. Okay. Some soldiers there shooting directly at the crowd of red shirts, no doubt about it. And then there's some images of people that have been hurt by plastic bullets, really quite gruesome, awful. And then there's some more pictures of people that basically had their heads blown off. And one of the curious things that I noticed, because I was watching all these events unfurl as they were happening, one of the curious things that I noticed was that the people who were shot in the head were all holding red flags. I noticed that at the time, and I said it, and I still believe that it's true. I believe that the snipers were targeting red shirts who were holding red flags. A bit more information there. International monitors, blah blah. We've got here pictures of the snipers. One of those snipers has actually been identified by people in NoProCho USA. This is the most tragic thing of all, isn't it? Eza, the 12-year-old Thai Islamic boy, he was gunned down by a sniper again. This is what needs to be talked about. This Muslim boy was actually shot. He was killed, and this is a picture of his burial. That's what a sniper did. The snipers were killing men, women and children. We've got another one here, another sniper victim on the floor there, and the snipers on the rooftops. Yes, here we've got a paramedic. Do you remember that? A paramedic was shot. They were deliberately targeting Red Cross staff. There was a nurse killed in a temple, and this paramedic here was also shot. They were deliberately targeting paramedics, doctors, nurses. people crawling on the ground trying to avoid the snipers. There's another very famous photograph. These people were literally executed by Apisit's thugs. And then there's a picture here. Welcome to Thailand, we just want democracy. Yeah, well, I suppose so, yeah. More information here. I'm looking at a slide presentation by David Connor Purcell, I think. We've got some facts there. NATO international rules of engagement. You can only shoot at a person who has a potentially lethal weapon and is visibly preparing to use it against you, or someone under your protection. Well, those may be the NATO rules, the international rules of engagement, but we didn't see that during the protests of May and April. We saw people being targeted by snipers and by soldiers who were not even armed. Many of the people who were shot dead had no weapons on them. Many were just carrying banners or clappers. They had no weapons, and they were still shot. And they were shot in a really vicious and evil way. And we've got an 8-year-old boy bleeding from the head. He's 8 years old, and I've got another picture here, a teenager. His mother is carrying him. She's absolutely distraught. No doubt he was targeted just to hurt her. And that's the way these thugs work. They don't punish people directly, they punish those that they love most. We've got another man lying on the ground, bleeding, etc., etc., and the photographs just keep coming. Awful pictures to remind us of what happened those few months that this went on, and the tragic end to it all. People dead, monks tied to chairs, total disrespect for human life, total disrespect for monks. This is what Apisit's junta is all about. We've got some images here of the temple with the soldiers shooting from above, and this was a safety zone, this was a sanctuary for people, and they disrespected that. The people that were lined up on the temple floor, all dead. That's what it is. It says NATO weapons were used in blatant, unashamed crimes against humanity. And then there's a video. And then it talks about a cover-up which has been orchestrated by the Thai government. Yeah, have a look at this. Have a look at this presentation for yourself. It's posted on Nopocho USA, and it really is very sad. But it just shows that what we're fighting for is worth fighting for. We're fighting for justice. These people didn't die in vain, and one day justice will come to Thailand, and those who killed these innocent people will have to face justice. They'll be put in the dock, and they'll have a sentence read to them, which will be what they deserve. Anyway, have a look at that.